Hey, it's the Lumina, and welcome back to Elms Trains Tuesdays! It's been almost a year since the last episode? Yeah, that's my fault. I've been caught up doing things, and, yes, I'm in Minecraft again. So, what we are going to be doing today, in today's episode, is we are going to be mapping out a railroad, or actually multiple railroads, here in, Minecraft. This is a world for me and my friends, and, what we're gonna do is map out the railroad now, and then later on, I will show you the complete product in a later episode. And I cannot guarantee I will, have another episode ready for next week. We're pretty lucky I'm getting this episode ready right now. So yeah. Let's start by grabbing some wool. And we'll do yellow for our logging railroad, and green for the, main railroad, and then, red for any infrastructure that I feel like putting. And actually, let's go real quick and actually start with some infrastructure. We will put here the outline of a tunnel. Let's go in one. Actually, let's go. That should be good. One. Yeah, kind of like that. Then, for the main railroad, we will place some wool. And it's pretty much just going to be a straight shot across. Give or take. And then let's do the logging railroad, which will actually... let's see. It needs to come... So actually, some more infrastructure for, future there is going to be a, sawmill here, give or take. We're just gonna do a random guess of how big it's going to be. It's not going to be the final version, it's just like a little template of how big it could be. Let's go about that big, maybe? So kind of like that for the sawmill. And then let's have a branch off the main line. Kind of like this, give or take. I don't know. It's going to be like a siding for the mainline locomotives and whatnot to meet up with the logging railroad. And then we are going to have the logging railroad. We'll have it be 3. We'll go 3 like so. So it'll be about here is where we'll start it. And then, this all stuff just for me and my friends. It's... Ooh, lag spike there. That's, all stuff that is not important. It's just stuff for just me and my friends. And it will not be shown here on the channel. And actually, what I'm thinking is either, I want it to actually be a bit further down this way, so let's just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just kind of like this, because I actually don't want it to be like super close. In fact, let's kind of like give or take. This is again like a basic outline. And in fact, let's have like the ability to turn around. Let's go. Again, this is all subject to change in the final product, but it's going to be something like that to indicate that, let's say they do something like this. They come all the way this way, the whole train, and then they back up and go this way, and then load up their cars, and then leave that way. Something like that. Or they can come in this way, back out this way, and then go that way, back into the tunnel. Yeah, it's something like that. And then this will actually be like an actual interchange where they cross over, but I think I actually want it to, if possible, like, I don't know, turn kind of like this way, and then like just continue kind of just like this, and then like here is where it'll like, I don't know, meet up with the main line, and then go through this way, actually. It's kind of a swampus thing. It'll eventually be more proper, but let's just continue along right now. And yes, I know, like, this isn't realistic. It's just again, temporary. Just kind of getting an idea of how the railroad will be. And then, like, here, we're just gonna continue the bit of a curve, like so, and then, like, we'll do 2 more. And then, like, here, it'll continue along straight. And then it will start curving this way again, about here. And, yeah, like, give or take, start curving again. In fact, it needs to be a bit more sharper, so we're gonna go 2 at a time now. Like, give or take. In fact, let's back it up a bit. And have it about here be where we start curving it by 2. In fact, let's go 2 that way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's 2. Oh, that's actually 1. That's 2. That's 1. That's 2. Something like this, give or take. Let's actually go ahead and we're gonna make it be this entire thing is that sort of curve. So we will go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, so on. Yeah, it's tedious, but hey. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better of a curve. It'll be obviously a lot better planned out and whatnot once it's once it's actually done, and it'll be more proper looking once it's done. There we go. That is about where I want this to end up. And then I'll go up like so. Kind of just go straight for a minute. And then we'll start curving it again. Until right about there. And then it'll just kind of run. And actually, it needs to start curving like this way, like right now. And again, it'll look a lot better once we are done. But this is going to be like a fun little logging railroad, and that's not realistic. But hey, we're just like getting a very basic like shape of what we want, and then actually I will grab it. Oh, I didn't mean to grab a stack of light blue, but like light blue will be just like trees, give or take, because this is a logging railroad. The lore behind this like railroad, or I guess technically these railroads, is that they are this like mainland one, or mainline one, not mainland. This mainline one, so the green one, is like actually, let's start with the logging one. The logging one, they're logging for spruce trees, and because at least in this world, spruce is was super high in demand, like a super like popular wood type until it grew out of popularity, obviously, and so that's what the logging railroad is here for, is like spruce became such high in demand that they couldn't use like horse carts or anything, so they started having to use a railroad, and so they built the railroad, and then eventually spruce grows out of demand, and so they end up using, in fact, let's quickly, like, branch off this way. We're gonna, like, have, like, it go past, like, obviously this is, like, not realistic, but hey, whatever. It's gonna branch off of the, like, main portion of the line, and it'll, like, go this way, and eventually meet up with, like, a station over here, maybe? Yeah, like a station here, give or take. And the reason why they have a station now is because the railroad is no longer able to sell enough spruce for a good enough profit, and so they do something similar to, like, Durango and Silverton, where it used to be, like, just a freight railway type thing, and now it's a, oh, why is my brain not working? It's now, like, a tourist railroad. But back when the logging railroad was still, like, super popular, it was such a big town back in the day that, actually, I am going to fill some of this in while we're here. It became such a popular, like, such a huge town that it became a popular, like, destination and just, like, a key town to be, like, a part of, and people would just, like, go here for, like, work and whatnot, and so they built a mainline railroad, so, like, the Green Railroad, to meet up with, and actually, I think I'm going to move the station, but to meet up with this town, so that people could work in this town, out, from other towns and whatnot. And I'm actually going to move that station to be kind of, like, over by the beach, so that, like, they're not being dropped off in, like, the lumber mill area, because the lumber mill, sawmill, is still actively being used, just not as high in demand as it used to be. So it'll actually come back this way. And it'll actually branch off and go, like, this way. And, like, meet up somewhere over here with the other railroad, and then it'll be, both the main line and the logging railroad, meet up right here. But, the logging railroad has to compete with itself, because it's still active, other than, like, a tourist destination. And let's put the, station, like, right here, give or take. It may end up being changed where it's at, and it will grow bigger than that. That's just a temporary estimate of how big it'll end up being. And then we will go over here and continue along with the logging railroad, the actual, like, main part of it, and it'll actually, like, come down this way go this way. Just like deeper into the forest. And this will actually be covered up, but not right now, so even if it ends up going over it, it'll be covered up eventually. So let's see, let's go like further this way, and then we'll start curving it this way, give or take. I'm saying give or take a lot this episode, but you know what? It's because it's all experimental right now. And so it'll continue along this way. All of this will be eventually like spruce trees that are planted and custom built. But yeah, I think what I am going to do is, for now, that's like going to be, I don't know, let's make this a turnaround point so that it's not just, one point. Let's actually put that further that way. Kind of like that. Obviously, it'll be a bit longer so that like a full train can come in and turn around. But for now, I think that will be how I design it. I may make some changes, and there may be also like, you know what, yeah, we'll do a change right now. There's also going to be like more branches off. Kind of like just going off in some other directions and whatnot. I again, no, it's not entirely realistic yet. It'll have to come down to it, and sorry for going quiet there. I was kind of just focusing on what I was doing. But yeah, there will be like branches off in other directions. And yeah, let's actually before I do that, we are going to... Yeah, kind of like that. I don't know. I will, figure it out if in the future. But, as of right now, here's, like, the basic outline of it. So, the yellow is the logging railroad, green is the main line, there will be a station, here's our sawmill, it'll probably take up this entire area with a tunnel, and then the logging railroad will go over here, kind of meander its way into the forest, and it'll have, like, multiple break-offs and multiple points where it can turn around. Anyways, I think that's about the time we have left for this episode of Elm Strains Tuesdays. I will hopefully see you next week, next Tuesday, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.